Good morning, everybody. Today's topic is going to be called Let's Get This eBay Money. I want to hear how people are doing, what's going on, how do we get more of the eBay money? I'm going to put you on the spot, Isaiah. What are you doing to get some of this eBay money?
I got a lot of stuff to do today to get some of this eBay money, but primarily just, I don't know, finding great items. My big thing is trying to lower my buy costs lately. A lot
Okay.
of the other shoe sellers have been killing it at getting their buy costs down. So I've been trying to be a bit more creative and lean into my relationships a bit more in order to reduce my buy costs a bit.
You think that involves buying more or
I
finding?
already buy the most, but I just sometimes I'm a little bit too complacent and I'll go, yeah, this item's at 25 bucks, but I'll buy it anyway because I can just average it down instead of being like, hey guys, this item shouldn't be at 25. It should probably be at like 10.95. And they go, yeah, you're probably right. And they just give it to me for 10.95. But that's like a more relationship game rather than a uh, intelligent picking type game.
That's a great way to get more eBay money is to lower your buy cost. That's one of the most standard ways to do it. I love it. Um, Let me see. What am I working on? Yesterday, I asked Isaiah what would be a good experiment to do all year next year. So I'm thinking about sharing 105 items a week, the exact items I buy, what I paid for them, what I sold them for, to get an idea of what does it look like to be consistent all year. I normally don't share what I buy because it takes too long, but I realized that a lot of people are curious what items I'm buying and what they sell for. So I'm going to be doing that all year, sharing 105 items, and also I'm going to call on Jen next. Um, the I just realized that if my goal is 100 and I do 105 all week all year, that pays for 2 weeks of vacation at 100 a week. So it's about 5% more. If you guys want a 2 week paid vacation, it's a 5% over your listing goal into the draft bank all year. That's 2 weeks. So anyone can do 5% more. You won't even notice. So if you want 4 weeks of vacation a year, that's 10% more. That's worth it. Take an entire month off of eBay and still get paid just to do 10% more. So if your listing goal is 10 and you do 11, you can take an extra month off. That's what's up. I think that a lot of people can get motivated behind that. Jen, what's up? What are you doing to get some of this eBay money?
Perhaps clicking send offer to watchers once in a while will work.
Yeah, I heard
Yesterday,
that.
I don't know if you heard the Zoom room. I asked, how do you send them all at once? And Linda said, well, yeah. And they said, you can't, you have to do 200 at a time. And Linda's like, well, how many do you have? And I had 1,049 and I hadn't done it in a long time. So I spent the next half hour sending them out. They gave me a ration of shit about it too, by the way. So, and it's a good thing. So I sent them out and before midnight last night, I had 73 orders, doubling my previous goal of 32 in one day. And I got 5 more overnight. So I'm drowning right now. So I pulled all the inventory last night. I still have I have more packaging to do. I printed out most of the labels because Mandy was on me about, you want to feed into that algorithm. So get the shipping done, because eBay will see that you did the labels and this, that, and the other thing. And I'm like, that's a lot. And I don't know if I can handle many sales every day. I mean, I'd probably find a way, of course, but.
How many days of offers was that?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I do it like once a week, maybe.
Got it.
And I don't ever, and I've done all of them in a day before, and I've never had this reaction. I had kind of a, I don't know, cutesy little coupon. It was Jen's Good Mood 25% off coupon. So it maybe people like that. I don't know. And it was a good deal. And a lot of the items that sold were a lot of the items that I wanted to get rid of in the first place, the old stuff. But I also sold a lot of some of my high-end stuff too. So
a good mix.
Yeah. So I think the question is, could I handle this many sales every day? And the answer is right now, absolutely not. I mean, I'm going to make this work. It'll all get out. But if
Yeah.
I had 73 sales every day right now, I would probably go out of business in a week. That I can't stay up until 2 o'clock every day. I need to sleep. So I'd have to hire somebody to help. I'd need help.
Makes sense. Or
Yeah.
you'd have to get used to it. I think
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
like right at the limit of what most people can do by themselves, but then it's pretty much a whole day affair to do that every day.
And that doesn't even include, I managed to get all my listings and all my photography done yesterday, but by the skin of my teeth, by the time I hit 50 sales, I got scared and I was like, oh my God. So I pulled all my inventory by around 6 o'clock last night, 7 o'clock last night. And then they kept coming in. So I pulled and did another pull by midnight. So that this morning, the only thing I only pulled the things that came in overnight, which was another 4. That isn't included in the 73. Those are on top of.
I love it. Samuel.
Yeah. Send offer to watchers every day.
Hey,
thank you, Jen.
Can you hear my audio?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm curious. I always hear you guys talking about like taking a vacation, if you build up a draft bank, but how do you take a vacation if you have to ship your orders?
You have to to take a true vacation, you need somebody to ship for you.
Yeah, so you have to have like an employee or a friend or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, you extend your handling for a couple of weeks, and it's usually not too bad. You just need to spend 5 minutes a day at the end of the day messaging your customer, letting them know, hey, I'm not going to be back for 10 days. So are you okay with me shipping 2 weeks from now, or do you want to cancel and buy from somebody else? That's the only thing you need to do on vacation if you don't do your own shipping.
Okay.
It also works out though, like if you're having company come from out of town, that you can have it all stored up. Like over the holidays, if you're really busy, then you can just launch them from your draft bank and you don't miss a day.
Yeah, I would schedule them if you can. The 10 cents is worth it. But you can also take a 5 to 10 minute eBay break each day on your vacation, and that's how you would do it. Sally, what's up?
I want to go back to the offer to watchers. I too have a crap load of a bunch of things I haven't handled. So a couple of things. Did she have any other coupons or offers going at the same time? So that
25% off coupon.
what I thought that's what she sent as offer to watchers. Or is that what she had going before she sent offer? What kind of an offer to watchers did she send?
I sent a 25% off Jen's Good Mood, 25% off to all the watchers. On top of which I have many things going on. I have the markdowns going on my old inventory, my aged inventory. And I always have an ongoing coupon to my existing buyers, but this coupon was better than that. So they all jumped on board because I sent that to them as well. So there was a couple things.
So coupons.
So you had no, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, so you only have that coupon for your prior customers. You did not have a public coupon?
No, the offer to watchers was, well, that was just offer to watchers. I did not have a public coupon, no. I mean, they couldn't have used both anyway, so. Right? They can't use both. They could only use one at a time.
One at a time.
Right.
Yeah. So if they did the 20%, then they lost out on the 25%. But the 25% only went out to watchers.
Yes.
So Chris, a public coupon.
Yep.
Like if you run that, because tech runs that, and if you run that every day, does that not have some ability to move you up in the algorithm?
We think so.
Just having a public coupon.
Well, I mean, the public coupon is a conversion tool. So like people show up on your listing with or without the public coupon. It's just they may be more likely to buy once they see that public coupon. So that I just want people to understand how
So
the
for instance, then Jen could, yeah.
Go ahead.
So like you could have a public coupon of, let's just say 5%, but then you could send an offer to watchers when you wanted an extra push.
That's right.
But the point is, you should always send offer to watchers. These are people that have expressed direct interest in a particular product. And if you're willing to let it go with a discount, why would you wait? And that was my mistake. And the group really pushed me to start
Can
making
you
that.
automatically send, can you automatically, this is stupid. I need to go to a beginner's class again. You can automatically send to any watcher. You can follow it up with a coupon, because I get some offers from sellers over stuff I've just looked at for price, to get pricing comparison. All right, I'm just going to go look. I know we have a video or something on it. I'll
No,
do
but
my
that's the question. I would like the answer to that. Can we send out that offer to watcher automatically without me having to go through and do 1,049 all at once?
Yes, but only one item at a time. So like,
Oh, yeah,
so
that's
when
right.
you and I actually recommend, to get even better results, you wouldn't bulk offer to watcher. You would do one at a time. It would take way longer, but you could aggressively move inventory that's older and send a 50% off coupon, 50% off offer rather. And items that are really good, you may only want to give a 5% offer. But if you do a blanket 25, 30%, of course you're going to get a lot of sales, but some items you're discounting too much.
Yeah, no, I mean, there was definitely a couple of items that I think when Michelle was running the numbers last night, I think I made like 36 cents. It's okay. I wanted that stupid top gone, but
yeah,
I think that's a good point, is that there might be items that you don't want to give that discount to. On the other hand, if you want to get a bump in sales, it's a great way to do it fast.
Jen, question for you specifically. Is Brighton always vintage or no?
No, Brighton.
Okay, so there are modern pieces of Brighton.
Yeah, new stuff every day.
Okay, got you.
Cindy, question, feedback?
Yes, I am still on safe mode.
Okay.
And I wanted to ask, I do send out offers to buyers, and I send them immediately because I want them to get mine, and I want to try and get them while they're still on the computer.
Okay.
And then I wanted to ask about doing a sale. I kind of wanted to do either end of year sale or right after Christmas, do a sale like for before the rates go up. Because I know that they'll go down and then they'll go back up on the 18th.
Yep.
Wanted to ask your opinion on that.
You can do that. You can go crazy and do a massive sale in between the holiday postal increase and the regular one, and make a couple bucks more.
Okay. And what would you suggest I do, like the percentage? Because I still have the best offers off, and I'm still, even though I hadn't been, when I was working on my antique booth, I hadn't been listing consistently. I have started my listing habit again, but what would you suggest? Because I was still selling stuff even though I didn't have best offer on and I wasn't listing. What would you suggest I do? And should I still keep best offer off because people still bought stuff? And I have I took my promotions off, and I really like that eBay's not taking all my money. I mean, I took a hit at first, but it's actually, now it's the same as when I did have promotions on.
Well, that's the idea. The idea is, if you go to eBay safe mode, which is turning off all promotions, all best offer, to learn how eBay works, like, can I price an item at a price that somebody's going to buy it without making an offer? Do I understand how eBay works? And then if you turn on promoted listings, or you turn on markdown, or you send a coupon or offer to watcher, all of those should convert like gangbusters because you're already making sales without any promotions. So that's the there are 9 different eBay promotions. So
Right.
if you can sell items without the 9 different eBay promotions and then turn all 9 on, you're gonna have insane sales.
But
Yeah.
I should just turn one on at a time, right?
You need to turn one on at a time to figure out what's working.
Okay. So just do the sale between the Christmas and New Year and the price increase first.
Well, that that's, I mean, you should be testing this anytime. You don't have to wait for that sale.
Okay. Okay. I think I was losing too much money on the promotions.
I think a lot of people are. So this is like a interesting experiment that you did, Cindy, because a lot of people are afraid to turn off their promoted listings rate. But if you do, it'll rebound because eBay still wants their money. They want you to pay as much promoted listings as possible. But if you turn it off, it's not like they're not going to show your listings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only thing I promoted was I had some Christmas cassettes that I just wanted to get rid of. And I did a 5-day auction and I just listed it as what it would cost to ship it because I didn't care if I made any money. I wanted to get rid of them. And I did promote that and I sold it for shipping costs because I didn't want to put it in a landfill.
Yeah, that's all good. I do that too for just to get units out the door, get the
Yeah.
velocity going, give somebody a good deal. And it's a good
Okay.
idea.
Hey,
Okay.
Chris, is there a difference between the offer to watcher is somebody who's clicked that they want to watch a specific item, correct? It's not somebody that just trailed by and happened to spend some time on the page.
No, it sends it to people who just look at the page too.
Oh, you're kidding me. All right, then I'm okay. So it isn't somebody who clicked or loved an item. Where are those people? The people that clicked that they love the item.
Both.
It's all group, Isaiah.
It's both.
Oh,
It's both, yeah.
okay. Okay.
Because you'll casually be browsing on eBay and eBay, if the seller sends an offer, eBay will send it to you as well.
Okay.
Because maybe you weren't interested at $20, but you're interested at $16. That's why eBay does that. Thomas, what's going on? Hopefully you can chat.
Oh, I just signed on because I wanted my credit for making Jen send offers. That was the only reason I signed on.
Thank you. Let's see. Nico, can you chat for a moment? What's going on? What are you working on?
Yeah, Chris, sorry here. I'm
Cool.
just I've been doing really well. I'm just trying to get my listing goals up. I had to help my mom move from Texas, so that's my excuse anyway. And so my sales really dropped for about 6 months. So I'm back up almost to where I was in January, and then I'm just trying to advance from where I was. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Sounds good. Nancy, what are you working on?
Good morning. I'm working on making more bulk deals. I've really had a good experience with the bulk deal I made about a month ago with the sweaters, and I realized that the type of things that I got on that bulk deal I'm never going to find in thrift stores. It's just not the kind of stuff that I come across. So I'm kind of hooked on that. I'm kind of hooked on just getting out there and finding out who's got items to sell in a bulk situation. And I'm kind of thinking about putting something out there, maybe like on Marketplace or Craigslist. I'm definitely going to do that, but I'm just trying to think of my strategy and the type of items I'm going to ask for. So I think for me, where I live, it's just not conducive to be able to go out and to thrift every day or to thrift even maybe a couple times a week. But if I want to increase my listing goal, I'm going to have to do something different.
That makes sense. Yeah, if you can get a few of these suppliers looking for goods for you, you can buy larger quantities, you can get more interesting deals as well.
yeah, that's where I'm at. It's
Okay.
so that's kind of changing everything, and but it's good. It's finally feeling like I can take that next step.
Sounds good. Thank you for sharing. Matt, what's up? What are you working on? I haven't talked to you in a while.
Hey, what's going on?
What are you working on?
Getting some listings done right now. Woke up early. Yesterday I shopped all day because it was our customer appreciation day at Goodwill. So I hit up 7 stores. Actually met Nina at one of them, which was pretty cool.
Awesome.
So I'm looking to do get 15 listed today, 15 banked, and fix 10.
Nice. How many
Yeah.
items are in your store?
Let me look. I think just over 2,000.
Nice.
Oh, 3,000. 3,000. So the thing I'm working on for the rest of the year is getting organized and running some aggressive sales to get rid of old inventory.
I got it. So fixing 10, 15 new, 15 banked. How big is your draft bank right now?
I actually depleted it last week. I do 15 a day. I had just over 100, but I did a Tony Robbins event last week. So
Nice.
I used the banked ones when I was there. I planned on waking up early every day, but I was just a little too exhausted. It was long days.
How'd you like the Tony Robbins event?
I loved it. I've done a bunch of them, but this was a really good one. It's Day with Destiny. It's the one that they did the Netflix documentary about.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, I like those events. They're really fun.
Totally. Yeah, so mostly I just want to get organized and ready for next year. I have a habit of getting cluttered.
It's cool that you ran into Nina, and running into the people in the group is really awesome.
Oh yeah, I thought it was her when I was walking in, so I had to go say hello.
I love it. So what is how many items are you selling a day right now?
Right around 10 normally.
Gotcha.
I'd like to get to Nirvana in the next short period, but I know I got a lot of old listings that were subpar, and the ones I'm more fixing are more expensive items rather than just like an everyday, like a pair of shorts or something. Like if I have a North Face jacket that had 4 pictures that I used photo room on, I'm redoing it with the gray backdrop, and it's helped increase a lot of sales.
Awesome. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
Jane, can you chat? What are you working on?
Did you say me, Chris?
Or I'm sorry, Jane first, then Jamie.
I'm so confused. Is it me?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay, good. I'm off.
Me?
Yes.
I'm brand spanking new. I've sold nothing yet. I have about only 30 items listed
Okay.
so far. Can
All
you hear
right.
me?
Yes, you sound great.
Okay. So I'm just kind of trying to figure things out. I'm listing between 1 and 5 a day. I want to get to 10 a day. But I'm kind of taking it slow until January 1st because I have a full-time job that keeps me really super busy right now. So I'm just kind of taking it slow and learning the process.
That's a good one. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't increase your listing goal until you get regular sales. And 1 to 5 is a great place to start.
Okay, good.
Do you have any questions on how to optimize listings, or how are you selling stuff around the house? How are you approaching this?
I went and bought, I'm looking for things around the house. I'll be selling things from around the house. After I quit my job, I'm going to start going thrifting. Right now I bought a thing from a liquidator, a box of clothing from a liquidator, and they're just, most of them are really cheap, and I maybe make $1 at the most after shipping. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
Okay. So yeah, if you can sell a few things around the house first, buy a few things. I wouldn't recommend buying any bulk right now because bulk is more volume and lower margins. I think yeah, you'll be in a good spot.
Okay.
And when are you planning on switching jobs or quitting your job?
My last day is December 30th.
That's crazy. That's soon.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm super excited.
So is that a natural ending of that job, or did you want to switch to this, or what is your?
I wanted to switch to this. Yeah, I put my notice in. I'm not happy where I'm at. So I just wanted to, I've always thought about doing this, and I think I can make a go of it. And I'm lucky to be in a financial position to where my husband's retirement basically pays our bills, and whatever I bring in is our extra money.
Okay. Well, let's try to make that bigger than the retirement income. That would be excellent. Cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, I just want to share something with you guys. One of my workers wants to do her own gig. And she's been selling vintage women's clothing for about 10 years on Etsy. So her store is always around 50 to 200 items. It's pretty small, but she sells between 50 and 100 items a month. So it's fast. She sells like half of her store every single month, but that's definitely not enough to pay any bills. It's just like extra money. So she's always had at least, excuse me, at least one other full-time job. So after looking at her math, I think she really needs to get to around 1,000 to 1,500 items. Her sell-through rate is really high. So she needs to get into the habit of listing 100 items a week at least. And her, she can thrift around 50 pieces at the bins, or in the Bay Area, there's a shop called Eco Thrift, which I personally don't like, but it's huge. It's definitely the biggest thrift store in my area is this company called Eco Thrift, and it's literally massive. But so she could source 100 items in 2 visits, and to make her schedule work for her to quit working for me and work for herself, she's gonna have to get to the point where she's listing 105 items while working for me and making that $1,000 a week really solid before she switches over to just that income. And her bills are like 700 to 800 a week, so I think she needs to be more. But right now she's making, $700 a month in her resale shop. She can't switch from, well, I mean, she can switch from working for me to working for just herself, but it would take a few months for it to catch up. Funny that she sells on Etsy because she gets higher prices for women's vintage.
Yeah, but the fees are a lot higher. And then once you reach 10,000 in sales and they put this promoted thing on there, and she's going to have an additional 10 to 12% to pay if Etsy promotes it for her and makes a sale.
So maybe she'll have to switch to eBay, or maybe that's why she's been intentionally really small.
Yeah, if I was her, I'd switch over to eBay for clothing and stuff.
Maybe she'll join the group. That would be weird. Let's see. Thank you, Jane. Let's go to Landon. Landon, what are you working on? No audio.
What about now?
Yeah, you're good.
Really just getting geared up for next year, focusing on consistency and just getting ready to grow. I've kind of been stuck with one car for a while, and for the last like 2 weeks, I've had 2 cars. So I've been consistent on making it to the bins. And that's really been a game changer. I get a whole, I get a week's worth. I'm only at 8 a day. I was about to jump up to like 12-ish, and I just figured I'd just go ahead and continue the year where I'm at, focus on consistency. And because my sales are up there. I mean, there's a lot of days I'm selling over what I'm listing. So that, and by the end of the year, I'll switch to the box method from the bin method, and that'll move me. I'm basically just about, I mean, I could add a couple, I could stack some bins here in the garage and grow my numbers. But basically with my shelving, I'm at capacity right now, like 850 items. And once I switch, I'll be able to get up to about 2,500 just from switching to the boxes. So kind of just focused on getting ready to grow, and I've really spent this whole year really just rebuilding the foundation. Been doing eBay too long as a side hustle and not really putting my, but the group's really helped me realize like just how much potential it is. So I've really just been taking it, real serious.
Do you want another car? Why do you only have one car?
No, I got the other car taken care of. I got 2 cars now.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Now I'm making it to the bins consistently. And that alone, I basically took my buy cost from, we'll say 4 to 6. I mean, you know how the racks are, they kind of vary. And I've basically taken my buy cost down to so basically I went from 4 to 6 down to $1 to $2. And that's just really allowed me to just really compete with the market, with offers and stuff like coupons. I was doing store coupons at like blanket coupon, basically around 10. And then I was sending like 20% offers. I mean, if it was an older item, I might send 25. Now I'm running 20 and sometimes 30% store coupons and sending 40% offers, as long as, if it's a good item, I'll hold off on it. But just lowering my buy cost and allowing me to really compete with the market has just been a game changer.
I love it. So what's a full-time income for you, Lynn?
Like what do I need, or
yeah, what do you want to make?
I'd like to make right around 6 figures, and then start implementing my kind of start a side art business. I've kind of put that all on hold. That's always been my problem, is I've always made a little bit off my art and a little bit off the eBay, but both of them were just shoddy foundations. So I've kind of just, I still try to at least get a pin or something out once a week, and just to get my creative juices flowing, so to speak. But I really have just put that all on the back burner. It's simmering. I'm I brainstorm on it and stuff like that. I've got a .com logged down. I've got all the socials, LinkedIn. So I've got it all ready to go. I've kind of set it all up in the background, but I'm really just taking everything that I've learned from the group and you in tech, putting it into my eBay, and then I'm going to basically just try to implement everything that I've learned from the eBay. I'm going to implement that right into the art side instead of just doing 2 half-ass businesses.
So Landon, I have to put you on the spot here for a second, because you've been in the group for a while. So why are you trying to be more consistent now? You just feel like you're missing an opportunity, or what's the fuel behind making these changes?
I'm just sick of treading water. I'm just sick of staying afloat. You know what I mean? I've always had the mindset, and I'm that, I know, it's just different personality types, and I do have the personality. It's learning myself and just being real with myself. It's probably a little bit of maturity as well. But I truly am the guy, you could put me in a cabin with firewood and all that, and I'd be good. But my wife doesn't fly like that, and I got kids and I got a family, and it's I'm really good about, I get the bills paid, and I'm oh, I'm good, because I really am pleased. I don't really need a lot, but now looking at the future, or when something happens, when you're just doing good enough, it's okay until something happens. and then you're trying to like catch back up to just good enough, and it's just like it's just exhausting. I just want to be so far ahead that it doesn't matter hardly, as long as it's not a death, you know what I mean? I can like bounce back from something,
That is always the best, like the best motivation usually. Like, I want to be good, not just
Yeah, just staying afloat, man. It's okay until a tidal wave comes, and then you're 10 feet under and you're trying to like get back to the surface. It's just exhausting. I just don't want to deal with that anymore.
yesterday I had this yesterday I had my first therapy session with a licensed professional, and talking to him about, like, I don't want to be just getting by. I've been trying to get ahead for a long time now, like trying to get as far ahead as possible. And it is exhausting trying to, like, oh, get ahead, be ahead, be more in case something happens to you, line up all the ducks in a row. But I think maybe it's just stages. If you can get, because like, and Tech is still kind of in that mindset, even though he's been doing this for 13 years. He's kind of coming out of it a little bit, like um he's already very much past the finish line, I think, as far as getting by. But I think that sick of treading water is a really good visual to get people to make the necessary changes to get to the next level.
Yeah, it's not, and especially when you can do it. Like, dude, I know I mean, even though eBay's changing and stuff and styles change and all that, like, I know the product and I know the platform. I've just, I just haven't taken it serious enough, and I've said it many a times, from like the schedule, kind of like coming into the eBay, like quitting a 9 to 5 and being like, oh, this is great. I don't have to have a schedule. Now it's like kind of switching the mindset. It's a lot of mindset switch, Now it's like you have to have a schedule, but like at least you can make it yourself, and and just I'm happy as long as the bills are paid. Like, that's just not good enough anymore.
Yeah. Anthony, what's up? What are you working on?
Hey, what's going on? I'm gonna go sourcing today. I set up a new schedule. So I'm doing 40 drafts a day, and I'm launching 20 of them. And then I source on Wednesdays for the week. I think I have myself set for like 8 or 9 hours of sourcing, just to give myself enough time to be able to find, at least a little bit higher quality stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Last week I found this nice Pendleton Aztec Southwestern cardigan.
Nice.
Got that up, sold it in a day. So like $100, that was pretty nice.
That's great.
But Landon, I feel you. I swear, like, you were talking right from my soul. That's exactly where I am. I'm just tired of, excuse me, of just getting by. Like, I was right on the edge of the money coming in for the mortgage this month, and I don't want to be there anymore. So I haven't missed a listing a day in the last 2 weeks, and I hopefully never will again. So, because I saw that dip that I was talking about in the $99 call the last time. I saw that dip happen, and that's what put me so close to making the bills. So just have to make it happen. Just tired of living on that edge.
So do you think about that, not wanting to live on the edge, or how do you motivate yourself? Like, both you and Landon, like, you changed your schedule. Now you haven't missed your listing goal. Is that just from wanting to get ahead, or do you look at it on the negative? Like, are you a carrot or stick kind of guy?
I'm more of a, I don't know. I guess maybe a little bit of both. Like, seeing that big sale and seeing sales rolling in, like, I'm averaging over the last week or so, about 12 a day. And again, I'm listing 20. So seeing those come in, even if some of them are smaller sales, because I've got, you know, a very aggressive sale going on. I'm up to 70 or 80% off on some things. It doesn't matter because stuff is moving, and that makes me feel pretty good. But at the same time, I know that if this isn't working, I got to go back and get another job, and then I can't be at home to help my wife who's on disability. So, you know, it has to happen. And sometimes I think it's that pressure, the pressure of this has to work, that motivates me.
Thank you, Anthony. What do you guys think? Are you guys most motivated by seeing the sales roll in, or from thinking, like, if I don't make this work, I got to go back to a job I don't like? What is the most motivating for you? Or is it, I don't want to tread water, I want to get ahead? How do you motivate yourself to do something different? Carol, how's it going? What are you working on?
I am changing everything up. I have 2 stores.
Okay.
And I am closing one out. And I've hit over 10,000 in sales, probably like 12,000 in both stores. But I have enough inventory for 6 months.
Okay.
And I'm just working and just really, I went to Las Vegas to watch my kids there in the World Series team roping. And so I had a lot of downtime. And I just continually marked things down, fixed listings, and I had tons of sales. It was awesome. And I realized that I need to put more time into fixing my listings, make sure everything's there, and just sell. I'm excited for the new year. My goal is to have one store and have everything, you know, good items in it.
And are you taking a 6-month break from sourcing?
I like to source, and I will go out and source, but it will just be things that I can make a good profit on, because I really don't need anything right now. I have people bringing me stuff right now too. I have people who will just bring me bags of what I need. Plus I have 600 ropes coming from my Cowboy Son team ropes.
I love it. Cool. So yeah, that's a good, it's really, really nice going from 2 stores to 1.
I can't wait. It's such a pain going back and forth.
Yeah, I hate it.
Yep.
Cool. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Bobby, do you want to share? What are you working on? I don't get to see you too often. You're on mute. I don't know if you want to chat.
Sorry, I didn't unmute. I'm working on all my bins items from Sunday. I'm just trying to get caught up because I have family coming in for Christmas. So I took a couple of days off. So I'm trying to get all this caught up and and balance that and get ready for company coming out and from out of town for Christmas and keep things selling also. So that's what I'm doing. I figure I can even just get 3 things on instead of 5 things on a day because it does take me 4 hours to list 5 things if I concentrate.
You got to improve your processes a bit.
Yes, I need to improve my processes. My store is got like 170 things in it. I'm on Poshmark. And I sell like 1 to 5 things a day, every day, usually. I usually don't go without a day without sales. So I'm happy with that, but I do tend to sell more than I can get on, obviously. So
makes sense.
Keep going on, working on, keep it going.
Sounds good. Marcus,
yeah, I gotta hide everything before they get here. So
how long are they going to be in town?
Probably 4 or 5 days, but it takes me a long time to get ready for people to come into my home because I sell it in my home and I have so much stuff.
Yeah, makes sense.
I did auctions for years and years. We went to auctions and I sold items from auctions on eBay. I was a stay-at-home mom. So I still have my basement full of that kind of stuff, but I'm doing clothes, shoes, purses. That's what I enjoy doing now because I like packing it.
Okay. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Marcus, can you chat or are you driving?
I can chat if you can hear me.
Yeah, what are you working on?
I've gone up to 55 listings a day. So really just, sticking to it, man. Just making sure I get my listings done, trying to make my process faster. But since I implemented, I was doing 50 a day. So now I'm doing 55. So it takes me a little bit longer, but if I focus and I don't stop to do anything else, I can get it done in 5 to 6 hours.
Yeah.
But if I lollygag around, watch TV while I do it, do stuff that I'm not supposed to do, it takes me 8 hours. So really it's just, do I want to enjoy my day while I do it, or do I just want to get it done and be over with so I can do whatever else without having to worry about eBay in the middle of it?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. I've already reached all my goals for the year. So now my goal next year is to pretty much double down and pour gas on it because it's working.
I love it. Thank you, Marcus.
Yep.
Hanley, what's up? What are you working on?
I've had a pretty good year, I have to say. I think I joined the group in May, and the first thing I said to you ever, I think, was that my business was failing and I'm about to shut it down. And then I listened to you guys and I've set goals and I've had a really good year. So I'm up to 30 listings a day now. I finally figured out my sourcing pretty good. So for the rest of the year, I'm just going to work on smoothing out that process as much as I can because I want to do 40 from January, February.
I love it. Cool. Thank you, Hanley. Beth, what's up?
Well, I took a break from attending the morning calls because I was just staying stagnant, and I put the time into increasing my listings, and I had stopped doing coupons. Like when I went on vacation, I noticed my sales were constant still. And it's interesting because what you said this morning is that it helps convert, but it doesn't bring people to your store.
Yep.
So I increased my listings to consistently 10 a day, and my sales have dramatically increased. And I was selling on average 4 to 5 a day, and I got my average up to selling an average of 7 a day. And I'm having average days of 200. So, and of course that shows you with the shipping. So that's just, but anyway, overall my sales have been up dramatically. And yeah, so I'm feeling good.
I love it. Why were you stagnant, you think?
I was stagnant because it doesn't have anything to do really with this. It had to do with that I was having to deal with my mom's estate and I was putting it off and I was procrastinating, and I don't have to have the money from eBay to live, but it's easier if I have it. And so I just had I think I kind of was depressed. I wasn't in a major depression, but I was down. And I said something to my sister the other day about, well, I've been kind of depressed. And my husband looked at me, and then when I finished the phone call, he said, yeah, you've been depressed for months. Why did you finally say it? And it was I finally noticed it. So it's interesting with this whole mental health thing, because it was just I wasn't moving fast and it was just moving really slow. But the only thing I was doing consistently all of that time was listing 5 a day on eBay. And on bad days, it was 1 a day. So eBay was the only thing I was doing. I just wasn't doing it, I don't know, hard enough, fast enough, quickly enough. I took everything, I listened to everything you guys said, but I wasn't doing it. So I was ashamed to attend the meetings every morning because I wasn't improving. And you said, if you're not, you don't deserve to be here. So I backed away until I felt like I deserved to be back.
Well, thank you, Beth. I was thinking, I think depression comes from idleness. So if like for me, I get literally like a panic attack if I can't work or I can't spend time with my family. Like I need to be doing something. But it's a double-edged sword because like if you're always doing something, I don't think you have time to be depressed. You're just like if your listing goal is 20, people with a listing goal of 20 are not depressed. It's hard. It takes like your whole energy to do 20. But if your listing goal is under 20, you can kind of take it easy and get in your own head. And getting in your own head is the worst possible thing. Like I'd almost rather be busy than stuck in my head thinking about whatever. And then you also said something bad. You said, don't need the money, but it's nice to have it. Or I think that is I think that's good.
And the other thing is I buried myself in watching, like, this is so stupid, but like I always wanted to be a lawyer, like halfway through my career.
Yeah.
And like, I watch and I don't have my job anymore. So I'm not doing any legal stuff. So I like got involved in watching court TV. And so I'm like an expert on it. Like that will get me nowhere. And I'm standing there saying, object, ask and answered, whatever. And that I spent a lot of time working really slow on eBay, becoming a real expert on court TV, which is going to get me nowhere. But I was entertained.
Yeah. I was just thinking about what Marcus said earlier, which was eBay takes 8 hours with TV or 5 hours without TV. So, you can still watch 3 hours of TV. It's just a lot more productive to do it afterwards, fully focused.
Yeah, that thing you said about like always standing up. When I was always standing up, I was much faster, and I can't watch court TV if I'm always standing up because I'm walking around, I can't hear it. So it kind of like was helping to break me out of some of this stuff slowly.
Yeah. I'm going to leave you guys with a quote, which I think is interesting. All of humanity's problems stem from man's ability to sit quietly in a room alone. That's kind of a crazy quote from Blaine Pascal. Let's go with Brandon. Brandon, what's up? What are you working on? How are you controlling your day better?
I honestly haven't been controlling my day better. We got a dog, and I think my wife is pregnant, but it's too early to tell. So I've been kind of worried with more about life than business. But business wise, I kind of only really have two, what do you want to call it, like sourcing, two sources where I get my inventory, and I'm trying to up that, and that's really it so far. There's nothing really been different than that.
So with the extra responsibilities, what do you think? Like, are you taking care of the dog? Do you need to make
she comes with me to the warehouse, and I've learned that if I do a pretty long walk in the morning, she'll be tired for a couple hours, and I can get all the work done that I need to do. So, and then with my wife, she wants to stay at home after she has a kid. So that I would have to pretty much double what I do to pay for her, which is not a big deal.
Makes sense. Are you gonna need to make any? If you had another baby, does that change your life at all? Like, what changes would it change?
Working longer. Me and her, we're both peds nurses, so taking care of a kid, it's not different than what we already do.
Right.
It's just, yeah, I would have to work longer to pay the bills. but I only work 4 hours a day, right? As of now, to pay for my half of the bill. So it's not a big deal.
Yeah. Isn't that weird that we can pay our bills in just a few hours of work a day? I find that shocking. Like,
it's a lot better.
Yeah, it's what an interesting concept that we can all in our world today support ourselves working just a few hours a day. Yeah, it makes me wonder, Brandon, because I control my own schedule and I've been choosing to work like 12 hours a day. And it's put me in a good position. But then 12 hours of work a day plus 4 hours of family is intense. That's like a intense schedule. And I do that 6 days a week. So
Well, it's like how you said it. It's your relationship is also work, and so
yeah,
you're putting another 4 hours on top of
yep,
the 12 hours to be able to spend those 4 hours with them. So
yeah, that is so interesting. And you can choose when to do the 12, when to do your work when you work for yourself. You can choose what
yeah,
hours.
yeah. I'm a morning person, so by noon I'll probably be done, and then spend the day doing whatever I want.
Let's see. We're going to turn off the public YouTube now. Everybody that is on YouTube, we do this call Monday through Friday. And then we have a beginner call that starts right after this call. And kind of a bolo that I want to talk about, but not public.